my beautiful souls. I'd love to share a few words on gentle touch. Years ago, I used to work with dogs, with animals. I was an animal communicator and a canine folk practitioner. Actually, it's not really that long ago that I was doing that, but one of the things that I noticed a lot of when I was working with animals and with their people was that there were so many well-meaning humans. Hello, little one. There were so many well-meaning humans that didn't have the awareness to really understand what their animal was communicating to them. They projected onto their animals, projected what they thought their animal was feeling when the animal was actually feeling something very, very different. They didn't understand the calming signals that a dog makes when somebody is being too intense with them. They just didn't get any of it. And it's actually not always easy to address something when somebody is so convinced that they are right. It takes a lot of patience to help them, to invite them to see possibilities and other ways of seeing an experience. And so I used to write quite a bit of, I used to write a lot of articles, and of course over the years, you change websites and things like that, and change computers and change, those little funny things that you put all your storage on, and you lose things. And I lost a lot of my work over the years. But I used to write a lot of articles on the subject of gentle ways of being with dogs and other animals, because I felt very passionate about it, and I felt it really was worth sharing, and that people really need to waken up to gentle ways of being with other beings. But today what I want to share is not just about with the animal kingdom and the natural kingdoms, but just in general, gentle touch, and how we go about interacting with others, because we are all one happy family here. We're all interconnected. We may not necessarily see it, but that's the truth. The truth is that we're all brothers and sisters here. We're all part of the same one love, one cosmic heart, all breathing the same beautiful air and all releasing the same beautiful air, the same breath. So I remember a time many years ago when I was living in Fuerteventura, and I was holding a CD in my hand. I was about to place it into the machine. I was working one of the bars there, and a friend of mine had come in, and this friend was called Carlos, and Carlos wanted to have a look at the CD that I was holding. So I went to pass it to him, and he snatched it out of my hand, and I was really shocked, and I said, "Don't snatch," because I was not as calm back then, so I was a little bit more energized to say the least, and a lot more vocal about when I felt something was a bit, off. And he said, "Oh, I'm not snatching." I said, "What do you call that then?" He said, "I'm just taking it from you." So we had a little argy-bargy, not much, not a big one. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it was both of us. It was a learning curve for both of us. But it planted a seed back then about how we interact with people, how we touch others, not just with the words that we use when we're talking with them, because sometimes people can use words that are really quite abrasive and unkind, and sometimes they actually mean it to be unkind and abrasive, and sometimes they don't. But it's like when people use comparisons, "Oh, you're just like so and so." Well, that's not helpful to anybody to say things like that. And how we touch somebody, like someone might come up and give somebody a pat on the back, but not knowing what somebody is going through. Is that actually a helpful, loving thing to do? Is there anything gentle in that? And you know, even like patting dogs, people sometimes really wallop them really hard without any consideration of what might be going on within the body vehicle of that animal. So my invitation today is to consider how you touch others, whether that's touching them with your words, with your thoughts, the thoughts you think about them. May they be gentle. May your words be gentle. And may you actually, if you're physically touching them, that you're also gentle with the way that you interact with that other being. Because the more we revere one another, the more we see each other as one unified heart, because that's the truth of what we are, then the smoother and the more lovingly and joyfully we bring about that unity consciousness, which is so happening. It's so happening in this now. But of course, you know, the more hearts on deck, the better. So may we continue to look for ways that we can be gentle in the way that we touch others through our thoughts, our words, our physical touches, and all ways that we touch others, all life, even the way we touch a tree. Like if you're going to have to cut a tree or trim a tree, speak to it first. Say, listen tree, I do have to cut a few of your branches. I hope you understand. Please withdraw your energy from these areas so that I may safely and carefully and respectfully and with reverence trim your branches. Don't worry, walnut tree, I'm not trimming any of your branches. But we have ways of being, and ways of being that are gentle, are so much more harmonious to all. Thank you for watching. I send you lots of love. My name's ZsaZsa. I come to you from beside Walnut Tree in the hedgerow. Bless you all. Like, share, subscribe this video if you feel called to do so. Big love.